Top 5 clients for MCPE. Starting off with the Pro client. When you load into the Pro client, you'll notice that we get this brand new really cool panorama over here, and we actually have a bunch of information over here towards the side of the screen. We of course also do get the logo of the client towards the center of the screen. We get some new buttons over here. For starters, we could go ahead and press this button to easily hide our chat, and of course in order to actually hide everything, just so we get this pretty clean screen. Also, whenever we do go on settings over here, you'll notice how we get this really cool brand new UI over here. We also have this brand new FPS setting over here where you can basically go ahead and toggle certain things on and off in order to get the best performance in your game. Next up, we have the utility UI client. When you go to the settings of the client over here, you'll notice how we get a brand new UI over here, which looks absolutely phenomenal. And if you actually press on the little folder button, you will notice that we get this really cool mod menu over here, which actually does have its own custom icons as well. So we have things like shiny potions, hide chat, and essentially you guys can basically toggle all of these different features on, and there's multiple different things as well. So you guys can go ahead, take a look at the module options over here, and we can actually pick between what crosshair we want to use. So you can literally pick between any one of these, and of course you guys can go ahead and change up the color. So there's really a lot of customability in this client. And we have another screen over here, which is the display changer. So once again, you guys can basically, pick whatever you prefer. But yeah, as you can tell, now we have like a blue tint, and you guys can change this at any time. We also get this really cool debug screen over here, which will let you know what input you have, what armor you have, your mode, armor hand, armor HUD, your gamma, your night shift, your UI, and even coordinates as well. So basically every single little piece of information you could think of. Next up, we have the chess client. When you load into the chess client, you'll notice how we get this really cool brand new panorama over here, and of course we do get the logo in the client in the center of the screen as well. And when you load into the client, you'll notice how we get this really sick FPS counter over here, which will keep track of how fast your game is moving. And the UI definitely does fit in with like the color theme of this client, and this client really does shine in the settings. Take a look at all the different things we have over here. We can go ahead, set our frame rate over here. We have our render distance, our FOV, and over here is going to list a bunch of features of the actual chess client itself. Not to mention that we get some pretty cool features such as highlighted ores over here. Next up, we have the Cyberdrix Client. When you load into this client, you'll notice how we get this really cool red galaxy panorama over here with the client logo in the top of the screen. When you load into this client, you'll immediately notice that there is a button over here specifically that says mods, and whenever you do press on it, it's actually going to take you to this really sick mod menu over here where you can actually toggle on and on certain things you want to see in your game. We have new settings over here which are made to be in the theme of this client, the red and the black, which is definitely pretty sick if you do ask me. And also you're able to notice how we get smaller details such as these invisible item frames. Next up, we have the spy client. When you load into the spy client, you'll immediately notice how we get a brand new panorama over here with the Sky client logo in the center of the screen. When you load into this client, what you gotta do is you gotta go to the settings over here, then go ahead and press on the button that says hide over here, and then press on modules. Once you went ahead and press that, it is actually going to display this really sick mod menu over here where basically you can customize what you see on your screen over here. And as you can tell, we get features such as this built-in clock and compass, and also whenever we do sprint, we also do have this really sick like compass effect in the top of our screen. We can also go ahead and customize what crosshair we can use in the game. So from here, you're able to go ahead and pick out between all of these different crosshairs and actually go ahead and see how they look like in the background. So you can see how it looks like in the end, and over here you can actually control how bright you want your game to be. So let's say you want it to be 60% more brighter, you're gonna actually go ahead and press it, and you'll notice things will just get way more brighter. Not to mention the brand new settings we do get, they look super duper clean and they fit the client perfectly. See you later, French fries.